Dermal bone. Bone resulting from ossification in deep layers of the dermis, such as the skull bone, mandible, and clavicle. Ossification center. The location in tissue where ossification begins. Ossification. The formation of new bone. Primary ossification center. The site where bone development begins. Metaphyseal vessels. Supply blood to the inner diaphyseal surface of each epiphyseal cartilage. Epiphyseal cartilage. Relatively narrow cartilaginous region separating the epiphysis from the diaphysis, also known as epiphyseal plate. Calcification, the deposit of calcium salts. Epiphyseal line, found where former location of cartilage was, remains after epiphyseal growth has ended. Endochondral ossification, process where bone replaces existing cartilage gradually. Periosteal vessels, blood vessels from the periosteum provide blood to the superficial osteons of the shaft. Secondary ossification centers, areas where capillaries and osteoblasts migrate at center of epiphysis. Intramembranous ossification begins where osteoblasts differentiate within mesenchymal or fibrous connective tissue. Articular cartilage, cover opposing bone surfaces with many joints, such as the elbow or knee. Nutrient, artery, and vein. The blood vessels that supply the diaphysis form by invading the cartilage model as endochondral ossification begins. Figure 6-9, heterotopic bone formation. Adult male with FOP posterior view, skeleton of a man with advanced FOP. Figure 6-12, intramembranous ossification. Going from top left corner down to right to bottom corner. Osteocyte in the lacunae, osteoblast forming ridge underneath the osteoid layer, but it's just osteoid. Then we have the mesenchymal cell surrounded by embryonic connective tissue. Then, in the main picture, from left to right, there's a blood vessel in the purple area to the left. We have osteoblasts surrounding the inner layer from the outside, from little like bumps. So osteoblasts. Spicules inside of the inner layer, which are just the dots. And then the blood vessel inside of the inner layer. Second photo, we have from left to right, osteocytes in lacunae, the blood vessels, and then the osteoblast layer, which is just the ridges on top of the inner layer area. And the third photo is just pointing at the blood vessel.